Daniel, how much are you looking forward to getting into the ring now and talking finishes, and you get in there now and show what you can do?
Definitely, I'm looking forward to it. There's been a lot of talk about this fight. There's been a lot of talk about this fight, and yeah, there'll be plenty of attention and everything. But I think that Nathan's going to be my easiest fight so far. And after I've gotten Nathan out of the way, I'll go after Joe Joyce, and whoever else is there. But yeah, I'm feeling really good.
Why do you say easy?
Oh, you know, I think I've got in my arsenal. There's so much potential, and really, I'm feeling really good. And I've been through my test. My last fight, it was a test, and I think it strengthened me, and it's added to my experience, and I feel ready.
What do you remember of all those times you sparred together on the GB squad? We've heard a little bit about the rivalry, and Joe Joyce suggested there was always a bit of an edge between you. Do you remember that?
Not really. To be honest, all I really wanted to do at the time was just, you know, every other amateur boxer in the country wanted to be in the GB squad, and really getting on there and finding out where I was going to go next and why I was on the squad. Was I going to be able to go to the Olympics, who's in my way and everything. But it's all a blur now, and that's in the past.
Well, Nathan, Daniel's not got a very clear memory of how things went on in those training sessions. What's your memory of that time with the GB squad, and how much are you looking forward now to getting in and actually have the chance to fight for the title?
Oh, I remember it very, very well, John, to be totally honest with you. Like you said before, we were on the GB team 2 years, maybe 3 years coming up, and we've done 300 rounds together. And to be fair, mate, in my opinion, I don't think I'd drop one. You know, and he's saying that he thinks I'm his easiest fight to date. You know, I beg to differ. You know, I bring a lot more than all the other opponents where he's fought. You know, I'm a lot different caliber of a fighter. I'm there to win and do the job. You know, their ambition, no disrespect to them, John, you know, they just want to get the payday and go home. Mine isn't that. Mine is a victory. You know, I want to be the British heavyweight champion.
Is that just talk when he says it's going to be his easiest day? How do you react hearing that?
I don't know. If that's his motivation, fair play to you. But I'm not his easiest fight today, and he knows it.
Daniel, he's a mover, isn't he? He's slippery. Is that going to be a problem?
Not at all. Not at all. I know I've got what it takes to deal with him, and I'll do it, you know, handily, pretty easy. And you know, I can't wait to fight now. I'm in the process of getting ready. Got long weeks ahead of hard work, and yeah, let's get on.
What about the talk in the run-up to it? He said that he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and you just heard there that you've not really fought anybody who's been coming to you with a distinct desire to win. He's different. Do you recognise that?
Not at all, really. You know, it's like this. Be careful what you wish for. I'm here now, and I'm ready to do the work, and you know, get the job done.
Be careful what you wish for.
Well, I've been wishing for this fight. I'm praying for this fight to come, so it's here, John. You know, I've been wanting this fight, like Ricky said, since word go. And when it does come, I totally agree with what Frank said. This isn't going to points victory. You know, I've been working a lot in the gym. I'm sitting in the pocket, working, sitting down on my shots, and I don't expect this to go to points victory. In my mind, I'm training for the knockout.
Do you think you're underestimated as a puncher?
Massively. I'm probably the underdog going into this fight. You know, probably all the media, all the boxing fans will probably have Daniel ahead of me. You know, probably say, oh, I'll get knocked out within a couple of rounds, but we'll have to think that. We'll soon see come July the 13th. Is
it an oversimplification to say it's the big puncher, the big strong man against the guy who's more of the boxer?
Yeah, well, I want to answer your question there. It's called boxing for a reason, isn't it? You know, if it was for strong people, strongman's a competition, boxing's boxing, you know. The best all-round greats, what have they been? Boxers. And I fully believe I've got a boxing brain. I know I've got a boxing brain, and what I do will beat Daniel.
Daniel, is your boxing brain underrated, do you think? Do you think people see you as a big puncher and don't recognise your boxing skills?
To be honest, I don't really care what people think. I've just, so far in my career, I've had to show different different skills I have, you know, my speed, my power, my boxing, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be here right now. But you know, I've had it's been a lot of hard work, and I know I got what it takes.
What would it mean to get the famous old belt, to follow in the likes of Cooper, of Lewis, of Joshua? You know, you're going to be potentially taking the title and be a name to rank alongside them.
You know, definitely that'll go in the record books, and that'll be there for all time. You know, and it's another step to going towards a world title and being at the top of the division.
And what would it mean to you, Nathan, to get that Lonsdale belt?
Massive, you know, John. Like you said before, you mentioned some great names there who's held the belt before me. And for a boy, you know, 22 years of age, topping the O2 Arena and winning the belt, it'll be probably the most remarkable night of my life. So it's a massive thing for me.